Okay, so you want to get your first push-up. I'm here to show you some steps to get there. So when you're working on your push-up, you first want to be able to master holding a full plank. So that means hands beneath the shoulders, your butt's tucked, abs are engaged, and we're here with the spine in line, the neck, the hips, everything in one flat line. Getting that full plank could be challenging, so you might want to start with a knee plank here and really getting used to holding your weight. Because the top position of the push-up is a plank, so you want to make sure that the integrity of that plank is solid. While you're working on your push-up, you also want to be working on your plank. So you're kind of working on the pushing strength and the core strength simultaneously, so that's the core part of it. Now we want to talk about the pushing part of it. Most people who struggle with any sort of pushing, they'll start with a wall push-up. Wall push-ups are fine, but they're not my number one go-to. Reason being is because you're not working in the same relationship with gravity against the wall as you would be on the floor. So we kind of want to mimic that, even if it means that we aren't getting full reps down to the floor. So there is the knee push-up with the butt tucked, right? Getting those abs engaged and lowering as far as you can go and then coming back up, even if it's not yet chest to floor. Okay, you don't want to speed through your reps on this because the strength comes from that really slow eccentric. You're going to build more muscle that way and gain more motor control when you slow that eccentric down, and then push as fast as you can from the bottom up to start building that power and speed. So maybe this is where I am for the day. Push up. Step 2 would be plank lower to a knee push up. So I'm starting in the plank. I lower as slow as I can. Once I get to the bottom, press up. Now, in the beginning, for a lot of you, that lowering all the way down in the plank position is going to be really, really hard. So we're going to use a concept called accommodating resistance, which means adjusting our position accordingly to where we are feeling weaker in the movement. So let me explain this. For example, I might be really strong from the top. So maybe I'm here. So I'm feeling pretty strong right here. Okay, now I'm starting to struggle a little bit. All right, so I'm going to drop my knees at this point, then complete my rep, and then reset. That concept of accommodating resistance is a game changer, okay? Like it will fill in your gaps like no others. Now, for some people though, even that is not enough. There are ways that you can still fill in your gaps even more. And I've done this with prior clients who struggle with getting like that final bit at the bottom to push up. What I did with them is I took blocks and I would have them do push-ups to that height and practice that speed getting out of the bottom of the push-up. And gradually, we would lower the height. I don't have anything lower right now, but imagine that I had a textbook that was about half this height. I'd have them go down to that textbook and come right back up. And then we get smaller and smaller until, what do you know, their chest was hitting the floor. We now want to try to attempt regular full push-ups here. Okay? And so that is how you get the push-up, and you can work around your general pushing strength around that. So maybe you're working with weights too and you're doing some bench presses just to get a general strength in. But in my opinion, to get the push-up and to be most efficient with your time is just to work on different variations of the push-up. And so it might take you some time, but if you're patient with it, that strength is going to develop and it's going to build. Work at the level that you're at right now and you'll get there in no time. Well, you'll get there in some time. You'll get there eventually. Yeah. Nice.